January of 2022. The last time these two teams got together, we played them in the Palestra in Philadelphia. It's Purdue and Penn State. Our starting lineups presented by Hayes & Sons, along with the opening tip-off when we come back to State College, PA. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Every game starts before the season begins. From preparation to training, countless factors help turn the tide. Boilermakers players and fans know this, and so does Case IH. We're committed to providing powerful, reliable equipment for every field challenge, from planting through harvest and beyond, to help win the game before it even starts. Check out our roster of rugged tools and equipment by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball for my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud to be longtime fans and supporters of Purdue Athletics. Also brought to you by University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home to the original Purdue Pete. The tip is moments away. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air.
From State College, Pennsylvania, Big Ten opener tonight for the Purdue Boilermakers and the Penn State Nittany Lions. I'm Rob Blackman, and here are tonight's starting lineups, presented by Hayes & Sons, helping Boilermakers restore their property damaged by fire, water, mold, or storms for over 42 years. At Hayes & Sons, we do restoration right. For the Penn State Nittany Lions, who are 7-1 on the season and averaging 91 points a game, here's how they will go. In the backcourt, Ace Baldwin Jr., 6'1", 190-pound grad student, originally from Baltimore, started his career at VCU. He was the A-10 Player of the Year when he was at VCU. Last year, he was the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year. Joining him in the backcourt will be Freddie DeLeon V, 6'5", redshirt sophomore, a transfer from Tennessee, played the last 2 seasons at Tennessee, originally from Fayetteville, North Carolina. He's averaging 9 points a ball game. At forward, Puff Johnson, 6'8", 210-pounder, a fifth year from Moon Township, Pennsylvania. Started his career at North Carolina, played 3 seasons there. Purdue actually played Puff Johnson when he was at UNC. He's averaging 10 points a game. Also at a forward, Zach Hicks, 6'8", 205-pound senior, transfer from Temple. Honorable mention, all Big Ten last year. After scoring 8 points and 4 rebounds a game, he shoots 50% from 3. And the big man in the middle is Yannick Conan Niederhauser, 7-foot, 250-pound junior from Switzerland, transferring in from Northern Illinois and coming off a career-best 27 points against Buffalo their last time out. Penn State led by Mike Rhodes in his second season as the head coach of the Nittany Lions. He comes over from VCU. He's 0-2 all-time against Purdue. For the 8th-ranked Purdue Boilermakers, who are 7-1 on the season, here's how they will go. Braden Smith, the point guard, 6', 170-pounder from Westfield. just named to the all-tournament team in the Rady Children's Invitational last week. He's joined in the backcourt by Fletcher Lawyer, 6'5", 180-pound junior, who's shooting 59% from three this year. The forwards are Miles Colvin, 6'5", 205, sophomore, averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds a game. He's coming off a career-best 20 points against Ole Miss last Friday night. And Camden Heide, the 6'7", redshirt sophomore from Minnesota, who had 15 points in that win against NC State on Thanksgiving Day. The center is Trey Kaufman-Wren, 6'9", 230-pound redshirt junior from Sellersburg, Indiana, who just this week was named the Big Ten Player of the Week and last Friday afternoon was named the MVP of the Rady Children's Invitational. Boilermaker boss is Matt Painter in his 20th season as the head coach of Boilermaker basketball. He, against Penn State in his time at Purdue, an impressive 31-6. Officials for this one tonight is assigned by the Big Ten, Brian Dorsey, Jason Phillips, and DJ Karstensen. Purdue's in traveling blacks, black jerseys, black shorts, old gold numerals and trim front and back. It reads Purdue in capital block lettering across the chest in old gold. Penn State in their home whites. That's a white shorts with white jerseys. It reads Penn State in blue across the chest in capital block lettering, blue numerals front and back for the Penn State Nittany Lions. Bryce Jordan Center is nowhere near full, but actually not terrible, considering, again, the weather conditions they're having here in central Pennsylvania. Snow, cold, and wind, and the fact that you can assume a lot of their fans have headed west towards Indianapolis to get ready for that Big Ten football championship game against Oregon on Saturday night at Lucas Oil Stadium. Student section, they've showed up in force, all wearing white T-shirts tonight here at the home of the Nittany Lions. Hasn't been easy in this building for the Purdue Boilermakers. 3 of Purdue's last 5 wins in this building have gone to overtime. Never easy here, it feels like. Trey Kaufman-Wren will jump it up against Niederhauser. Ball's tossed in the air, hit into the backcourt where it's controlled by Purdue's Braden Smith. And we are underway at the Bryce Jordan Center. The Big Ten season begins now. Top of the key between the rings, holding the ball, Fletcher Lawyer in the triple threat position as Penn State opens up in man-to-man defense. High right wing, a catch on the arc for Trey Kaufman-Wren, trying to back down Niederhauser. Shoots with a right-handed hook shot, hit the side of the backboard, and then picked up off the ground by Puff Johnson. Pretty good defense down there by the 7-footer Niederhauser. Penn State on the run. Ace Baldwin Jr., no-look pass, knocked away out of bounds and turned over by Penn State. Ace Baldwin got to the free throw line, tried a no-look pass to Niederhauser, and threw it out of bounds, baseline left.
Great job by Purdue switching that ball screen action there at the last second. Colvin sliding in front of Niederhauser as he dove to the rim and hit off Miles and then hit off Niederhauser out of bounds. Now Purdue dealing with some full court pressure.
And Miles Colvin has to bring it up because Braden Smith can't get open. Now he does. Guarded by the best on-ball defender in the league, Ace Baldwin Jr. Perimeter left on a left-handed dribble. Braden Smith double-teamed. Now goes high left elbow extended, caught by Trey Kaufman-Wren. Again trying to back down Niederhauser. Spins to the left shoulder, and that shot was blocked by Niederhauser, but a foul was called. A foul was called. Mike Rhodes can't believe it. It looked clean from here, but we'll take it because we're the road team. We need all the breaks we can get, and that'll send Trey Kaufman-Wren to the foul line.
I don't know about that one.
By the way, the foul was on Freddie DeLeon, the 5th. It was not on Niederhauser. Okay. Still 2 free throws for Trey Kaufman-Wren, but the foul does not go against Niederhauser. His block was clean up top. Free throw on the way is no good. Missed it to the left. Did Trey Kaufman-Wren. Trey on this season struggling at the foul line, just 61% foul shooter. Early substitution for Penn State. They will go with Kachi Inza, a 6'8 sophomore, transfer from Xavier. Second free throw, good. So Trey Kaufman-Wren starts the scoring with a free throw. It's 1-0 Purdue. We played 55 seconds here in Pennsylvania. Ace Baldwin off a screen at the top of the key, works his way right wing, guarded by Miles Colvin of the Boilermakers. Just past right wing to DeLeon, the 5th. He'll pull up now from the left wing. Short jumper off the front of the rim, no good. Tap at the rebound, and it's rebounded by Fletcher Lawyer. Tap by Trey Kaufman-Wren, rebounded by Fletcher. Purdue on the possession, left to right here in this first half. 3 on the way. Fletcher Lawyer, bullseye. The Boilermakers lead 4-0.
Well, that's just way too much open space there for Fletcher Lawyer. Great pass there by Braden Smith. Fletcher slips out of that like-sized ball screen. 2 guys stay with Braden. Fletcher, uncontested look, top of the key.
And now a foul. Miles Colvin tripped up the dribbling ball handler, and that was Ace Baldwin Jr. Colvin can ill afford foul trouble because he's Purdue's best on-ball defender, and he's the guy trying to check Ace Baldwin tonight.
Miles just 24 minutes in that great performance against Ole Miss with the 20 points, but part of the reason didn't play more than 24 minutes, did deal with some foul trouble at times in that ball game.
That Fletcher Lawyer from the top of the key helps his percentage. He came in at 59% from the three-point line. Just an incredible number. Purdue leading 4-0. We have a stoppage in play as DJ Karstensen, the official, is trying to get the clock squared away here. We appear to have some clock issue. Right now it's at 18:25. The shot clock at 20.
When you speak about Fletcher's percentage, when he has a shot as open and as in rhythm as he was on that last one, you're just absolutely floored pretty much if he ever misses.
Ace Baldwin off the screen from Enza. Swings it to the high right wing. Puff Johnson on a catch. He's guarded by Camden Heide. He's now dribbling between the circles, works his way left wing, chest pass to Baldwin. Shot clock at 7. Baldwin left side, Puff Johnson, a 3 left wing is nearly an air ball, rebounded by Fletcher Lawyer. Fletcher's second rebound. Purdue's up 4-0 with the ball. 2 minutes have expired here in the first half. Purdue in black, Penn State in white. Big Ten opener for both clubs. Left wing Heide throws it inside where it's caught by Trey Kaufman-Wren. Trying to size up Enza from the left baseline. Trying to back him down. Spins to the right shoulder. Shoots and was fouled by Enza. Kachi Enza sends Trey Kaufman-Wren right back to the foul line. Well, doesn't matter who the big man is. Zach Edey, Trey Kaufman-Wren, Matt Harms, you name them. Purdue's going to throw it inside. And that's what Purdue's doing tonight, throwing it inside to TKR.
No question, Rob. Purdue going to test the bigs of Penn State as Kaufman-Wren's first free throw is good. And Kaufman-Wren right there backing Enze down and feels, of course, Enze sitting hard on his left shoulder, which he should, and Trey spins off that to the counter move and is able to get some contact going up on the left side.
He missed the second foul shot. He goes 2 for 4 to start the game. Foul shooting does Trey Kaufman-Wren. Purdue is leading 5-0 with 17:40 to go in the first half. Baldwin walking it over the timeline right to left. To Enza between the circles. Fakes left, dribbles right. Gives it right back to Baldwin on the right arc. Dribbling against Colvin. Dribbled off his foot. Picked up by Lawyer off of the floor. A steal for Fletcher Lawyer thanks to good defense on the ball by Miles Colvin. How about Fletcher Lawyer already? 3 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Colvin, high right wing. Dribbling now left-handed. Swinging all the way left side, caught by Braden Smith with Baldwin on him. To the top of the key and a foul away from the ball. Setting a screen was Lawyer, and he got pushed to the ground by Freddie Dillon, the 5th. And that'll be his second foul on an away from the ball foul on Dillon.
Fletcher just setting a screen away from the ball, as you said, and Dillon just a little bit too aggressive trying to fight through it. Looks like they're going to keep him in the game for the time being with the 2 fouls.
Wow, interesting. I'll play him with 2 fouls, and as my partner said, the transfer from Tennessee, Dillon, in foul trouble but staying in the game. Trey Kaufman-Wren had it knocked away but picked up by Braden Smith. Dribbles right elbow, leans in, poked away from him, but Trey Kaufman-Wren got it. Good hands by Ace Baldwin Jr., but he keeps tapping it to Purdue players. And there's a turnover. Fletcher Lawyer tried to bounce it down inside to Trey Kaufman-Wren, and it was stolen by Zach Hicks. First turnover of the game on the Boilermakers. Penn State with the basketball at the 16:45 mark. Purdue leading 5-0. And a ball tipped out of bounds, sideline directly across from the Purdue bench. Last touch by Purdue's Miles Colvin. Penn State keeps the ball here with 17 on the shot clock.
I guess the one question would be from a foul standpoint, Rob. Maybe that first foul was on Niederhauser after all, because he did sub out of the game pretty quickly.
He did. Step back 3 on the way for Baldwin. No is long, but rebounded in there by Enza. His putback is good. I beg your pardon. That was Puff Johnson. Puff Johnson with the offensive putback. First scoring of the game for Penn State. Purdue leads 5-2. We will check the fouls at the first dead ball break coming up here in about 22 seconds. And see indeed where the fouls are setting for Penn State. Purdue's up 5-2, and Purdue turned it over. Live ball turnover. This will be an uncontested dunk at the other end. Freddie Dillon, a run-out dunk, a pick 6. And those are the live ball turnovers that kill you. Braden Smith turned it over. Purdue leads 5-4.
No question. Those are the ones. Braden's so good at jumping in the air and passing, but that time not able to fit that pass between two defenders.
And now another foul away from the ball. This one will go against Zach Hicks as he knocked over Braden Smith away from the ball. Timeout on the floor. Purdue 5, Penn State 4 at the 15:52 mark on the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Electric Plus has the mission to be the best electrical contractor in Indiana, leading the league in new construction, modernizations, and service repair. Family-owned and operated Electric Plus serves our communities with pride. We have 24/7 emergency coverage for all businesses, with offices in Lafayette, Avon, Kokomo, and Bloomington. Check us out online today. Visit electricplus.com and boiler up.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Rush Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home of the original Purdue Pete, announce the return of 3-Point Thursdays. When the men play, win or lose, you score on every three-pointer. You can save up to 39% off your purchase. Get set to save with Purdue men's basketball with 3-Point Thursdays. 2 locations, State Street and across from Mackey Arena. Save at University Bookstore.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid.
I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
This is Will Berg, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
Purdue 5, Penn State 4, early in the game here at State College, Pennsylvania. Purdue Athletics would like to thank and recognize members of the Black and Gold Club who support Purdue Athletics through their sponsorship at the highest level. Black and Gold Club members include Indiana Packers, Molson Coors, Purdue Federal, Credit Union, Purdue Global, Riley Children's Health, State Farm Insurance, Toyota, and Wabash, each great partners of Purdue Athletics. To clarify the fouls for Penn State, 1 foul on Conan Niederhauser, 1 on Zach Hicks, and 2 on Kachi Inza. We have had that clarified for us. Purdue's committed only 1 foul, and that was against the Boilermakers' Miles Colvin. Purdue has subbed as the freshman Jakari Harris comes into the game for the Boilermakers, playing for the first time. The young man from Atlanta, Georgia. Heidi inbounds for Purdue right in front of the Penn State bench, and we're back to action here. Here's Braden Smith, perimeter right, dribbling baseline right. Now top of the key, Lawyer steps to his right to shoot a 3, left it short, and it's rebounded by Jakari Harris. Good offensive rebound for the Boilermakers. A reload here. Driving his Lawyer, shooting it, had it blocked. Blocked at the rim, out of bounds, baseline right, but a foul was called. The block was clean up high, but DeLeon is called for the foul. I've tried so hard to get a foul credited to DeLeon tonight. They finally got one on him, and that'll send to the line Fletcher Lawyer.
Oh, that's so true. You're trying to foul out this poor kid.
Nothing personal. I just think every foul's on him. That one was actually on him.
They finally got him, Rob.
2 foul shots for Fletcher Lawyer. First one on the way good, and no surprise there. Fletcher is an 82% foul shooter. Fletcher on the Jerry West Award watch list. Made them both. Purdue extends the lead to 7-4 here at the 15:30 mark. Jakari Harris tasked with guarding Ace Baldwin Jr. Welcome to the Big Ten, Jakari. Penn State the ball. Niederhauser standing between the circles. Gives it up left side for Hicks, who drives to the left elbow extended. Top of the key to Hicks. Now swing it far right side, caught by DeLeon. Shot clock is down to 8. DeLeon on the right wing, guarded closely by Braden Smith. Braden reached in, knocked it away from him. DeLeon got it back. Hicks a 3 with 2 on the shot clock. Good. Right in front of the Purdue bench. A contested 3 up against the shot clock.
And not an easy 3-point attempt by any means there. Really difficult shot.
And a foul in the backcourt. Ace Baldwin Jr. picked up full court. and he was all over Braden Smith. He put 2 hands on him, and that foul goes against Ace Baldwin Jr., his first. And fouls are a problem now for Penn State. That's their 6th team foul, and we've only played 5 minutes and 5 seconds.
Definitely a problem, and wow, Ace Baldwin was really heating up Braden Smith. He was able to poke the ball away, and that stopped Braden Smith's momentum, and then kind of a standstill situation. Braden didn't have any forward momentum, and Ace Baldwin was sliding his feet right with him. Probably a little bit of a tough call, but there was certainly some contact in the backcourt.
Well, you're tied at 7s, 14:45 to go in this first half. Penn State, one of the best in turning over the opposition. 17 turnovers a game they force. 10 steals a game for Penn State. Driving is Trey Kaufman-Wren. They double team him on the left block. Finds Lawyer. Straight away 3. Left it short. Long rebound picked up by Braden Smith. Purdue an offensive rebound. Harris now a 3. It's long. Long rebound. Grabbed out of there, however, by the new man in the game, Nick Kern Jr., the 6'6 senior from St. Louis, playing now for Penn State. Boy, good look there for both Jakari Harris and Fletcher Lawyer, but neither could make the 3. Here's a near steal. Braden Smith diving on the floor. He stole it. Gives it to Jakari Harris. 2-on-2. Harris is driving into the painted area. Shot fakes. Goes strong. Scores the basket. Jakari Harris, thanks to the steal from Braden Smith.
Huge play there for Purdue, getting out in transition. Braden all over the floor here in this first half, and Jakari patiently finishes that basketball under the basket.
Baldwin will drive. He'll shoot, and there'll be a foul called. He got to the rim. Challenging him there was Trey Kaufman-Wren, but Trey was inside of the restraining half circle. The shot did not go, but the foul whistled against the Boilermakers. Did they say on Braden Smith?
I think they got Trey Kaufman-Wren there. He was what they deemed inside the charge arc.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but I thought the PA man said Braden Smith. I might have misheard. So it is on Trey Kaufman-Wren.
Yep. So that's where Kaufman-Wren, Trey needs to go straight up and use that verticality rule if he's inside the charge arc, as Baldwin sinks the first free throw.
Baldwin, excellent free throw shooter, 90% this season, the left-handed point guard. Bob loves his left-handed point guards. We've seen a lot of them this year already.
We really have. Lefties always look cooler doing pretty much anything, so we've got to see some good left-handed PGs early in this season.
And Baldwin made both foul shots. Last year against Purdue, Baldwin had 7 points, 13 assists, and 5 steals at Mackey Arena. Right now we're tied at 9, 13:35 to go in his first half. Caleb First now playing for the Boilermakers. Inside to First, he has the ball. Triple teamed, knocked away from behind and stolen. Caleb had it knocked away from behind by Baldwin and eventually stolen by the Nittany Lions. Boy, the turnover is already mounting for Purdue, and now Penn State returns the favor by turning it over. Niederhauser was trying to spin to the baseline and lost the ball out of bounds, baseline left.
Perfect execution there by Purdue from the defensive principle of the Buffalo post trap along the baseline. Purdue likes to run. Fletcher Lawyer, right as Niederhauser is spinning baseline, shows up with that post trap on the baseline, and it definitely rattled Niederhauser as he lost that ball out of bounds.
13:05 to go in the first half. The clock ticking. We're tied at 9. Lawyer will drive. His layup was blocked at the rim. Picked up off of the floor by whom? Penn State. There was a bit of a wrestling match for it, but Zach Hicks came away with it. That ball was partially blocked at the rim. Penn State on the drive. Dunn driving, shooting a wild shot and missing. DeMarco Dunn, the senior from Tucson. Purdue on the run. Lawyer will drive. Kick it far left wing. Catch for Heidi. Fakes the 3. Now gives it between the circles to Braden Smith. Good transition defense there by Penn State to keep Purdue from getting an open shot. Here's a steal. Taken away from Fletcher Lawyer. A 2-on-1 at the other end for Penn State. And we will have a blocking foul on Braden Smith at the rim. The shot did not fall, but Braden whistled for the blocking foul. And another turnover, Bob, puts Penn State into transition basketball.
No doubt about it. That's just a bad decision there by Fletcher Lawyer, trying to drive that basketball between two Penn State defenders. Didn't really have one of those hard charging closeouts where he was going to be able to get a blow by. And you said great transition defense by Penn State, and you're right on that previous possession, but that's where I would like to see Cam Heidi be a little bit more aggressive. He received the kick-out pass in transition as Kern swishes the first free throw. Cam Heidi pump fakes on that shot attempt from 3 and has the opportunity, I feel like, right there to rip and go and drive that basketball into the teeth of the defense, play off a closeout. He instead just kind of threw it right back to Braden Smith near half court and really allowed Penn State to get back and fully set their defense.
Nick Kern Jr., the senior from St. Louis. Last year was honorable mention All Big Ten. This year he plays off the bench, and he makes both foul shots. Penn State leads 11-9, their first lead of the game. We're at the 12:30 mark here of the first half. Here comes a double team in the backcourt. Braden Smith gets it out of his hands, gives it to Jakari Harris, who dribbles over the timeline. Now Purdue will put the offense into motion here against the half-court man-to-man D from Penn State. Boy, they are smothering on defense. C.J. Cox playing for the first time. Gives to Harris for an open three. It is long. Rebounded and a foul on the weak side. Caleb First was going for that rebound on the weak side, but what I did not see is he pushed off to get position. So the foul goes against Caleb First, the senior. His first foul, and the ball goes to Penn State.
On another, unfortunately, missed three by Jakari Harris. Now 3 of 22 from 3 on the season as he's missed his first 2 looks from downtown here tonight.
He does have 2 points in the game. That came on a layup in transition off of a steal. Purdue's down 11-9. Penn State has the ball. Ace Baldwin Jr. is at the top of the key on a give and go. Leaves it. Here's contact and a foul against Caleb First as the driving Puff Johnson drew the contact. 2 fouls on Caleb First off the bench. We have a timeout on the floor. Penn State 11, Purdue 9 at the 11:49 mark on the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
If your company is seeking to relocate or expand quickly, Hancock County, Indiana has a wide variety of business sites, including 4 shovel-ready certified silver business parks, plus higher than normal broadband capacity with an extensive fiber network with more than 2,000 miles of lines. Connecting opportunity with success. Contact the Hancock County Economic Development Council at www.hancockedc.com or at 317-477-7241.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball. For my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
Hey, Boilermaker fans! Basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Purdue basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Purdue Boilermakers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. Purdue Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
Penn State 11, Purdue 9, 11:49 to go in the first half. Purdue has 4 turnovers and 2 made field goals. Penn State has 4 turnovers, 3 made field goals. Neither team looking crisp here in the early going offensively. 24-25 Purdue basketball season presented by Purdue Global. Earn a degree you'll be proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue's online university for working adults and the preferred online university degree provider of the Guild and Team USA Learning Network. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. Rob Blackman here with Bobby Riddell. The Boilermakers look sluggish. Would that be the right word, Bob? We just look like we're running in mud here early in this game.
I would agree there, Rob. Sluggish feels like the right word. Just not a lot of burst, it feels like, at times for this Purdue team. They have made some hustle plays. Jakari Harris has made some nice plays from time to time from a hustle standpoint, but Purdue as a whole feels a little sluggish. Feels like they need one of those kind of emotional plays to get them out of their slumber.
Making a 3 wouldn't hurt. Purdue's 1 of 5 from the three-point line to start. Penn State 1 for 3 from the long line. And at the foul line will be Penn State, where they've made up the difference. The Nittany Lions, with their poor shooting, they have at least gotten to the foul line, where they are 4 of 4. And they'll be trying to make it 5 for 5 / 6 for 6 as Puff Johnson goes to the foul line for Purdue. Caleb First will stay in the game with just one foul on Caleb. Is that right? They only have him for one on the scoreboard. Bending of the knees and a foul shot good. And yes, it is 2 fouls. 2 on Caleb First. He stays into the game. Puff Johnson is a 71% foul shooter. He's a left-hander. Started his career at North Carolina. We played against him when he was at North Carolina in that tournament out east. And he made them both. Penn State up 13-9. What was that tournament, Bob? That was in the
Hall
casino.
Of Fame.
There you go. Yeah. That casino in one of those states out in the Northeast. I don't remember.
I'm drawing a blank, too.
Yeah, that's right.
Connecticut.
That's right, Connecticut. Engineer Wes Scott to the rescue. And here's a foul, and that'll be team foul number 7. And it'll send C.J. Cox to the line. The foul on Dominic Stewart. Stewart's a freshman from Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Just subbed in at the last dead ball and commits a foul trying to stop the dribbling C.J. Cox. So it'll be 1-1 for C.J. Cox this year, 73% foul shooter. He's from, speaking of out east, he's from Lexington, Massachusetts, is C.J. Cox. Camden Heide into the game, replacing Caleb First. Miles Colvin into the game. He'll replace Jakari Harris. 7 team fouls now on Penn State, and it's a 1-1 here for C.J. Cox. Dribbling 3 times and bending the knees, letting it fly, and he missed it. Missed the front end of a 1-1. Puff Johnson rebounds for Penn State. Boy, Purdue just cannot put the ball in the basket right now.
I was just getting ready to say, it would be really nice to have another C.J. Cox coming out party, but missed 1-1 there.
Puff Johnson dribbling in from the top of the key, shooting with a left-handed hook shot, blocked, but that'll be goaltending. Camden Heide went high above the rim to block the shot, but it was goaltending. Good call by the outer official who saw that one cleanly. We had a good look at it, too. And now just like that, look at this lead for Penn State up to 15-9.
That's a poor decision there by Cam. I don't think that ball was going to go in. It looked like from our vantage point it was going to be a little bit short, but Cam tried the highlight reel block.
C.J. Cox is trapped in the backcourt, and they stole the ball. They stole the ball, and then C.J. fouled the shooting DeMarco Dunn. C.J. got double-teamed in the backcourt. You could tell the defense was, well, they were smelling fresh blood in the freshman. They took the ball from him, and then DeMarco Dunn was fouled trying to make a left-handed layup by Cox. Purdue now with 5 turnovers. And to the line will go DeMarco Dunn from Tucson, Arizona. This season, he has not missed a free throw. He's 9 for 9 at the foul line. Where's number 2 on the white jersey? Does DeMarco Dunn? Dribbles once and lets it fly, and now he's 10 for 10. And that lead continues to extend for Penn State. They're up 16-9. Purdue has been stuck on 9 for what feels like 2 days.
It really does. It's been a struggle for Purdue offensively, and the turnover certainly not helping matters.
DeMarco Dunn will dribble, he will shoot, and he will miss. That's his first missed free throw of the season. Camden Heide with a rebound. 16-9. Penn State the lead over the timeline. C.J. Cox left to right. Trying to get the ball to Braden Smith, and does, who's standing on the Penn State logo at center court. He's now dribbling left wing. Students on their feet, cheering on their Nittany Lions on a cold Thursday night here in Pennsylvania. Trey Kaufman-Wren will spin. He'll shoot from 10 feet away, and he was called for traveling. Called for traveling in the painted area as he was trying to spin his way around. Puff Johnson, Purdue's 6th turnover.
Trey Kaufman-Wren asking for an explanation there from the official regarding the travel. I thought that was pretty good footwork, honestly, from Trey. He's kind of a pivot machine down there on the block, and sometimes he certainly maybe drags that thing, but I thought that time he was pretty solid with it.
He did miss the shot regardless, but it's a turnover. Inside it goes to Kern. He's on the left block, throws it way out high to the right wing where Puff Johnson was going to drive in from the right wing, but he stepped out of bounds. Stepped out of bounds right in front of the Purdue bench. So that's 5 turnovers on Penn State. Purdue averages 11 turnovers a game. Penn State averages 12 per game. And both right now are really struggling to take care of the basketball. The difference is Penn State has the lead at 16-9. Conan Niederhauser checking back in now for Penn State, the 7-footer.
This has not been a very well-played basketball game this far.
It has been an ugly-looking game for both sides. But if you're Penn State, not quite as ugly because you're up 16-9 here at the 10-15 mark of the first half. Braden Smith over the timeline, left to right, off a screen from Heidi near the top of the key. Now works his way right wing, swings it left side to Heidi. Heidi fakes the three, lobs into Trey Kaufman-Wren. Trying to back down Niederheiser, and lost it out of bounds. No, last touched. Let's see here. Who touched it last? It was last touched by no one knows. They're going to call this a jump ball situation, I think. Baseline official looked out for help from the outer official. He said, I didn't see it, and they're going to give the ball to Penn State. It went out of bounds, baseline right, and the third official, who was the furthest away, comes in and has the final judgment and says this will be Penn State ball. At exactly the 10-minute mark here of the first half, the turnovers continue for the Boilermakers.
Just a struggle right now. Purdue even having a hard time getting a decent shot at the hoop at this point.
And a foul up front. Braden Smith, 2 hands on against Ace Baldwin Jr. Second foul on Braden Smith. 7 team fouls, and now it's 1-1 for Penn State.
That is a huge call, of course. Braden Smith, still a lot of time left to go in this first half, 9:48. Looks like Coach Payne are going to let Braden stay in this game because this is a little bit of a danger zone for Purdue, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure what your other option is here. First free throw on the way for Ace Baldwin Jr. Good. 3 points in the game for him, all from the foul line. Averages 14.9 a ball game. Nope, he's going to come out. Braden Smith will come out of the game. C.J. Cox replaces him. Ace Baldwin, over 1,400 points in his storied career, over 680 assists, over 290 steals. The left-hander made the second foul shot. 4 free throws by Ace Baldwin Jr. Here's a trap on the backcourt on C.J. Cox, and Purdue turned it over again. Picked up, however, by Colvin. Purdue stole it right back. Purdue got lucky there. Had turned it over and then got it back thanks to some hustle from Miles Colvin. Cam Heidi, perimeter right, dribbling in, gets to the lane, spins, and he'll be called for traveling. Oh, boy, the turnovers are just, they're mounting like the snow is outside of the building. Quickly.
This pressure by Penn State definitely making Purdue speed up. They're denying passing lanes right there. Cam Heidi just trying to make a simple pass to the top of the key, but it's on a screening action. But Penn State switches. They take away the passing lane, so Cam has to put the ball on the floor. Tries to make the right play, jump stopping in the lane to play off 2 feet, but he dragged that pivot foot.
Boilermakers trailing 18-9 here. Puff Johnson, a 3 on the deep left wing. It's long, rebounded by Fletcher Lawyer, his third rebound. Purdue on the run, left to right. Throwing ahead to Cam Heidi. Kicking it out in the corner for a Colvin 3. Purdue missed an open 3. Out of bounds. Last touch by Penn State. Baseline right. Well, that time at least Purdue got a shot without a turnover. A transition 3 in the right corner, but Colvin shot it long. Purdue keeps the ball. Baseline right. C.J. Cox will be the inbounder. Playing here with Camden Heidi and Fletcher Lawyer, Miles Colvin, and Trey Kaufman-Wren.
You really hate to see that ball not go down for a lot of reasons, but you really at this point feel like Purdue needs to take advantage of those chances when they don't go against a set defense.
Yeah, just any opportunity at an open look. For 3 or right at the rim. Purdue with the ball here, under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Purdue really laboring offensively. Niederheiser getting back down by Trey Kaufman-Wren. He spins and scores with a left-handed bank shot. Oh, mama, Purdue finally scores a bucket.
Finally, the seal broken there. TKR goes to the spin move and uses the left hand. Doesn't like to use that offhand, but against a guy with Niederhauser's length, has to use it, and a good finish there.
Niederhauser with 15 blocks on a season coming in, but Trey was able to work his way around him there. Deep 3 on the way. Good. Knocked in by Zach Hicks. His second made 3 of the game. He's a 50% three-point shooter, and he has put Penn State ahead 21-11.
He is an elite shooter right there. Camden Heidi thought he was there in time, but hand down, man down. Zach Hicks leading the Big Ten in three-point field goals made per game with 3. He's already got 2 now.
8:05 to go in the opening half. Trey Kaufman-Wren left baseline trying to back down Niederheiser again in the same spot. Kicks it out high for a Colvin 3. On the way, banked it in. Miles Colvin banks in a 3. Purdue's down 21-14.
Well, we'll take anything we can get at this point, so that's a huge shot.
Yeah, we'll take it. Freddie DeLeon on the high right elbow. Faked his shot. Now gives it up to the high right side where it's caught by Javin Carter. He's a freshman just into the game out of Alcoa, Tennessee. He'll drive the ball, Will Carter. He'll shoot a layup and he'll score. Javin Carter just subbed in a moment ago and goes right to the rim for a right-handed layup. Penn State leads 23-14.
That's a nice drive by Carter, but if you're Fletcher Lawyer, a guy unproven like that, you would love to see him make a jump shot over the top of you versus getting beat off the dribble.
Lawyer skip past Stolen. Stolen in a run out for DeLeon. His layup is good. 25-14. Penn State with another pick six.
Just a poor decision there on the cross-court pass by Lawyer. And there's not a ton of Penn State fans here tonight, but they are all on their feet here right now.
Crowd alive, rooting on their Nittany Lions. An 11-point lead over the 8th-ranked team in the country. Lawyer driving in, shooting a fall away from 8 feet and scoring. That will silence the crowd for a moment. 7 points in the game. 7 of Purdue's 16 for Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue's down 25-16. Boy, Purdue only 16 points with 6:32 to go in the first half. Freddie DeLeon off a screen at the top of the key. Now coming down the left side of the paint. Lost the ball en route. Stolen away. Stolen away by Camden Heide. A Penn State turnover. Purdue with the ball now. C.J. Cox, perimeter left. Working against Carter. Freshman against freshman here. Just pass right wing caught by Lawyer with a shot clock at 15. Now bounce it far left wing where it's caught by Trey Kaufman-Renn. Back to Lawyer. Back to Trey Kaufman-Renn. Two-man game. Floater good. Excellent two-man game there between TKR and Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue's down 25-18 at the 6-minute mark.
Well, you said it. Purdue was much more organized on that possession.
Carter wrapped up at midcourt, diving on top of him. What a hustle by C.J. Cox. Our hustle play of the game, presented by Republic Airways. Apply to Lift Academy. Start your aviation career today. That held ball at midcourt means the alternating possession favors Penn State when we come back. Thanks to the effort of C.J. Cox. It's Penn State 25, Purdue 18 on the Central Indiana Honda Dealers scoreboard. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
This holiday at T-Mobile, I'm joined by a special co-anchor.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Big Snoop D-O-double-G.
Snoop, let's talk about T-Mobile.
Okay, cool.
This holiday, get 4 lines for $25 a line, plus 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence and the all-new camera control on us.
Let's get cracking, like a breakfast egg.
You can use those eggs to make some eggnog, Snoop.
Respect.
And people do love T-Mobile, where you can save on every plan versus the other big guys.
You know, y'all could take some of those savings and buy some Snoop merchandise.
Always a great stocking stuffer, Snoop.
We up out of here.
Hold your horses, Snoop D-O-double-G. Let's remind people one more time.
Head to T-Mobile.com and get 4 iPhone 16s with Apple Intelligence on us, plus 4 lines for $25. Now drop that jingle.
With 24 monthly bill credits, 4 eligible trade-ins, and 4 new lines with autopay. Well-qualified customers plus taxes and fees and $35 per line connection charge. Cancel entire account before receiving 24 bill credits and credit stop and balance on required finance agreements due. $829.99 credits end if you pay off device early. See how you can save on wireless and streaming versus the other big guys at T-Mobile.com/switch. Apple Intelligence available now.
This is TKR, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
Indy Classic, powered by Sports Tech HQ, returns to Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis Saturday, December 14th, featuring your Purdue Boilermakers taking on Texas A&M and Butler against Wisconsin. Buy tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Penn State leading Purdue 25-18 as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker Basketball from Learfield. Join Boilermaker Alliance today, Purdue's official name, image, and likeness collective supporting Purdue athletes. Visit BoilermakerAlliance.com to learn more. Rob Blackman and Bobby Riddell were at Penn State, where the Nittany Lions are leading Purdue 25-18, 5:56 to go in this opening half. Penn State averages 10.8 steals a game. Already in the first half, Bob, they have 7. Purdue has 10 turnovers.
It's been major yikes so far for Purdue offensively in this game, but a little spurt here, 4-0 spurt by Purdue has got this lead down to 7, and Purdue has got to think, where they're at right now and be thankful that they're in this spot.
Penn State with the ball as we resume action. 5:45 to go in his first half. It's Ace Baldwin Jr. dribbling in, leaving a lob out there for Niederheiser, who caught it at the rim and laid it up and in. First scoring of the game for the 7-footer Conan Niederheiser. And it's 27-18 Penn State. Purdue playing without Braden Smith at the moment. He's on the bench with 2 fouls. Purdue turned it over again. Turnover number 11. Lawyer trying to break the full court press, lobbed it over the head of Miles Colvin and out of bounds into the first row of seats directly below us.
Just miscommunication there. Fletcher thought Miles was kind of sprinting over towards the right wing, and he just lost that thing way too far over his head.
11 Purdue turnovers. My goodness. Purdue averages 11 per game. Purdue's at 11 right now. We have 5:11 to go in the first half. Baldwin dribbling to the right elbow, stopping, finding Niederhauser on the weak side, and he'll score and get fouled as well. An and-one opportunity here for Yannick Conan Niederhauser. The foul against C.J. Cox is his second. So now the Purdue's point guards, Braden Smith and C.J. Cox, both with 2 fouls. And off of the bench for the first time tonight, we're about to see Raleigh Burgess, the 6'11 freshman from Cincinnati. And now Braden Smith will come back into the game. He'll replace C.J. Cox. Niederhauser, 59% foul shooter, here trying to complete an and-one. Penn State leading 29-18. Foul shot is no good. Rebounded by Fletcher Lawyer of the Boilermakers. Purdue's down 29-18. Just looking for some offense here. Braden Smith over the timeline, left to right, beating the full court pressure. Now putting the offense into motion. Dribbling near the right wing off a screen from Trey Kaufman-Wren. Now retreating and turning it over on a bad bounce pass. A steal for DeMarco Dunn. 12 first half turnovers. Layup good. Nope, charging. Fletcher Lawyer takes a charge. Wipe the layup off the board for DeMarco Dunn. His first foul, and Purdue avoids a disastrous pick 6 yet again.
That was a poor decision there by Dunn. Fletcher Lawyer and Braden Smith were both back basically side by side waiting on him. He had plenty of teammates open if he plays off 2 feet there.
Penn State's been turnover happy as well. 8 turnovers for them. But Purdue with 12 of them. Purdue just, unfortunately, can't get any looks at the bucket because our Boilermakers keep turning the ball over. Here's Braden Smith with the ball. Perimeter left, 3 steps outside of the arc. Now dribbling to the right elbow. Stopping, leaning in. Giving to Drake Kaufman-Wren for a right-handed hook shot that was left short. Niederhauser had the rebound, lost it, but it's picked up by Nick Kern Jr. of Penn State. Nittany Lions with the ball here. Pulling up and shooting from 15, Ace Baldwin. Spank ball, badly missed. Rebounded, though, by Kern out near the sideline. A reload here for the Nittany Lions. DeMarco Dunn, perimeter left on a right-handed dribble. Now works his way to the right wing. Guarded by Braden Smith with a clock down to 3:50. Hicks will drive in. Shoot from 18, left wing, good. Zach Hicks, 8 first half points. He averages 13 a game. Timeout Purdue. The Boilermakers are down 31-18.
Well, Zach Hicks right there, just an elite shooter, right? You can't give him any space. He's able to put the ball on the floor. He's more of a catch-and-shoot guy. This time puts the ball on the floor. A little step-back dribble from about 17 feet, creates some separation. And in the end, there's really no contest. And a guy like that, you cannot leave him that open. Drills that mid-range jumper, and Purdue certainly in disarray here in this first half of basketball. 31-18 lead. The offensive struggles now are starting. I feel like you're seeing this, Rob. The offensive struggles starting to bleed into the defense a little bit.
Yeah.
And Purdue really starting to show their frustration. Some of the body language on some of Purdue's players really starting to come out in a negative fashion.
Purdue fans win a prize pack with tickets to the Purdue-UCLA men's basketball game February 28th. Go to PurdueSports.com/ Basketball VIP and register by February 19th, 2025 for a chance to win. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Purdue Athletics. The score on the Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard, Purdue's trailing 31-18. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Purdue University knows a thing or two about making great plays, and so does Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Whether you qualify for Medicaid or Medicare, a plan through the Affordable Care Act, or have health coverage through your job, you can feel confident with Anthem's large network of doctors, hospitals, and health professionals. To learn more about Anthem's health plans, call your authorized agent or visit Anthem.com. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc., independent licensees of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association. Anthem is a registered trademark of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
Hancock County, Indiana, located just 15 minutes from downtown Indianapolis near I-70 and I-465, is open for business. Learn why we are one of the fastest growing communities in Indiana. With access to available land, infrastructure, transportation, and a regional airport, join other national brands like Amazon, Carvana, and Walmart, and discover why we are the best kept secret in central Indiana. This message brought to you by the Hancock County Economic Development Council. Visit us at HancockEDC.com or at 317-477-7241.
Boilermaker fans, did you know that Canon 4 helps leading-edge companies get out of the office printer and copying business? We're a legendary company with legendary people and a legendary platform that will help your business improve document workflow and increase business efficiencies. To learn more, visit Canon4.com. That's CANNON, 4.com.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
12 Purdue turnovers have led directly to 13 Penn State points, and right now the difference is 13. 31-18, Penn State leads Purdue. Boilermakers with the ball as we resume action here at Penn State. 3:32 remaining in the half, and a foul. Oh, a foul on whom? Jakari Harris. Well, I didn't see that one. He and Ace Baldwin both got tangled up. And the foul went against Jakari Harris because it's an offensive foul. No foul shots here, but Penn State gets the ball back, and that's now turnover number 13 on Purdue.
Purdue just having such a difficult time executing any sort of offense.
Fletcher Lawyer tipped at a pass, and then he was fouled as he tried to save it from going out of bounds. 9th turnover against Penn State. The foul was on Hicks. Lawyer jumped in the passing lane and tipped it, and as Lawyer was trying to race out and grab it, Hicks just pushed him out of the way. And Hicks is hit with a foul, and that'll be a 1-and-1 for Fletcher Lawyer.
Great job by Fletcher using his inside hand there when he's trying to deny in that passing lane and is able to get a hand on it. And then, as you said, trying to scamper after that loose ball, Hicks makes contact with him.
Free throw for Lawyer, good. Fletcher 3 of 3 at the foul line tonight. He has 8 points. Looking to buy, sell, or build a home, but don't know where to start? Call trusted agents at True Blood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Purdue Athletics. Fletcher Lawyer with number 2 on the black jersey makes the second foul shot. Stops the bleeding for the moment. Purdue's down 31-20 with 3:18 to go.
This is going to be a big 3 minutes here for Purdue. If you're somehow able to put together a run, get this thing under double figures at the half, you still got some life, certainly, as you go into that second half.
Nick Kern Jr. dribbling in from the right elbow, and a foul away from the ball. Another turnover on Penn State. This one an illegal screen on Niederhauser.
Wow, both these teams.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you're Penn State, you're saying to yourself, man, we should be ahead by 20. But they've done such a poor job of taking care of the ball, they've actually allowed Purdue to stay within spitting distance here.
They really have, because they have not executed at a high level whatsoever on their end. They have 10 turnovers now.
Yeah.
So they've let Purdue hang around. Even though they've been great on the defensive end, they've let Purdue hang around in this game because they've been pretty poor on the offensive end as well. They've made a couple three-pointers, which has certainly helped. Zach Hicks has shot the ball well for them. But besides that, offensively, it's been a struggle for them too.
31-20, Purdue the deficit, but Purdue the ball. 2:45 to go in this opening half. Trey Kaufman-Wren in the triple threat at the top of the key, gives to Braden Smith. He'll pull from, he will give it up at the last second to Jakari Harris. He'll give it back to Braden Smith for an open three on the right wing. He'll miss it long. Rebounded and a foul. Rebounded by Penn State. A foul on Trey Kaufman-Wren. Nick Kern gets the rebound, and then he was fouled in the process. Second foul of the game on Trey Kaufman-Wren. Will walk to the other end for free throws. Well, Braden had a good open look there from three. Couldn't get it to go. Braden on the season has been shooting it well, 40% from three. But in this game, Braden Smith is scoreless. They've done a really good job of bottling him up.
They have, from a ball screen defensive standpoint, been really impressed with what Penn State's doing. Really hard high hedge, pushing Braden Smith away from the basket, not able just to come off those ball screens in attack mode. And right there, Braden does get a really nice kick-out pass by Jakari Harris. Braden shooting 60% from three away from Mackey Arena this year as Kern sinks the first free throw. And Braden had a really clean look. His catch and shoot threes this year, he's shot at a really high percentage overall. He definitely would have liked to have that one back.
Nick Kern, last year against Purdue, 18 points at Mackey Arena. 3 for the moment, make it 4 after that made free throw. And Penn State's up 33-20. 2:30 to go. Boy, look at Purdue, 20 points. 20 points in the first half with 2:30 remaining. Boilermakers just cannot find the bucket, mainly because of the turnovers. They're just not getting any opportunities. Very few open looks tonight against this very aggressive Penn State defense. Another turnover. Fletcher Lawyer, a bad pass, turnover. Run out for Penn State, layup good. They're up 35-20.
Another live ball turnover per Purdue, and another run out for the Nittany Lions for a bucket. Nittany Lions have not been great in the half court offensively, but these runouts keep helping them.
Braden Smith, left elbow, good. First scoring of the game. Braden Smith, for some reason, they all left him, and he said, I'll take a wide open shot, and he made it. 35-22, Purdue trailing, and a steal. Raleigh Burgess with a steal around the bucket. Another Penn State turnover. Boy, this has been an ugly game.
Yes, it has.
Braden Smith, perimeter left to Trey Kaufman-Wren with a 10-foot floater. It is long. Rebounded by Penn State's Nick Kern. Good look there for Trey Kaufman-Wren. Didn't make it. Kern will drive. Layup from the right side. Good over Raleigh Burgess. It's 37-22 Penn State.
Kern is such a nice asset for the Nittany Lions to have off the bench. Not a perimeter shooter, only taking 4 threes on the year, but he's got great mid-range game, good size and athleticism at the wing spot.
Trey Kaufman-Wren on the right block. Will he try to back down his defender? Yes, he will. And reach in and poked away from him. Out of bounds, however. Puff Johnson reached in, knocked it out cleanly. Shot clock at 13 for Purdue. Game clock at 1:10. Purdue has the ball baseline right, trailing 37-22. Braden Smith, the inbounder. A really tough first 20 minutes for the Boilermakers. Lawyer will drive, miss a layup at the rim. Oh, it's been that kind of a night. Lawyer slaps his hands together in disgust. Penn State on a run, into the corner. Kern driving in from that left corner, attacks the bucket. Shot blocked by Trey Kaufman-Wren, picked up by Jakari Harris. Now Purdue on the run. Harris to Braden Smith, layup good. Purdue's down 37-24.
Wonderful push there by Jakari Harris. That was a great job not getting out of control as he pushed that thing down the middle of the floor. Braden Smith, great job running the right wing, and it's a good find.
35 seconds remaining here. Baldwin, weak side to Kern. Kick it out for a 3 on the way. Deep left wing. It is good for Freddie DeLeon. He knocks in a triple for the Nittany Lions, and now they lead 40-24 over the Boilermakers.
Man, Purdue badly needed to stop there, and then a bucket to close the half to feel good or feel better about where it's been, and that's a huge shot from DeLeon in that spot.
Purdue can hold for the final shot. We're down to 10 seconds here. Braden Smith dribbling the ball, coming off a screen, high side from Trey Kaufman-Wren. Left wing Lawyer, 3 on the way. It is long, rebounded by DeLeon. 2 seconds, now 1 3/4 court shot is no good, and the first half for Purdue mercilessly comes to an end. 40-24. Penn State leads the Boilermakers as we have reached the halftime horn. Purdue, multiple turnovers and the inability to make open shots has our Boilermakers trailing by 16 here at the half. The Coors Light halftime report begins when we come back. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have happy Honda Days, search a local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25.
Attention fans, do you want a chance to win tickets to see the Boilermakers take on the UCLA Bruins on February 28th? Winner gets 2 tickets, hospitality passes, VIP parking, and a signed basketball. All you have to do is register at purduesports.com/basketballvip and register by February 17th for a chance to win this amazing opportunity. Brought to you by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and Purdue Athletics.
University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home of the original Purdue Pete, announced the return of 3-Point Thursdays. When the men play, win or lose, you score on every three-pointer. You can save up to 39% off your purchase. Get set to save with Purdue men's basketball with 3-Point Thursdays. 2 locations, State Street and across from Mackey Arena. Save at University Bookstore.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Coors Light, Choose Chill, proud sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. Also brought to you by Case IH. Take your success off the court and out into the field with Case IH's superior farming tools. Visit your local Case IH dealers or learn more at caseih.com/Boilermakers. And by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air. This is the Boilermaker Halftime Show.
And this is the Coors Light Halftime Report. Coors Light, Mountain Cold Refreshment, Choose Chill. Proud sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. Celebrate responsibly. Rob Blackman and Bobby Riddell. Halftime here at the Bryce Jordan Center, where Penn State is leading Purdue 40-24. Between these two teams, there have been 23 turnovers. Between these two teams, there have been 21 made shots. It hasn't been pretty. It's been extra ugly for Purdue. Fletcher Lawyer has 9 points in the first half to lead Purdue in scoring. He has 4 rebounds to lead Purdue in rebounding, but he also has 5 turnovers to lead Purdue in the turnover category. 13 Purdue turnovers have led to 15 Penn State points, and that, Bob Riddell, is the difference right there.
It certainly is. It's been a rough half. The points off turnovers for Purdue, it's killing them. It's not only bolstering Penn State's offense, but for Purdue, the execution on the offensive end is just really hurting them. They can't even get shots up at times, whether it's live ball turnovers, dead ball turnovers. It's all of the above, but certainly the 8 live ball turnovers of the 13 really hurting you. If it's the other way around, well, maybe you're only down 8 to 10 points and you feel like you're still in striking range, but a 16-point deficit certainly can be overcome. Purdue was up 17 against Ole Miss, and Ole Miss came storming back. So Purdue can certainly storm back here in the second half, but it is going to have to play substantially better in the second half and take care of the basketball at a much higher level.
Purdue came in the 7th best three-point shooting team in the country at 42%, 42.1. In this first half, Purdue was 2 of 9 from the three-point line, and remember, one of those was banked in by Miles Colvin. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is the Marquette recipe, right?
Yeah, well,
shoot
right.
poorly and turn the ball over at a high level, and you're just not going to win on the road unless you're playing a really poor team. And Penn State is not a poor team. Penn State, with 10 first-half turnovers of their own, is trying to let Purdue hang around in this game, but Purdue is unfortunately continuing to throw the ball to Penn State left and right, and that's it's been certainly disappointing because Purdue played at a pretty high level on the offensive end out in San Diego, and they have not been able to carry that over here to State College.
This is the Coors Light Halftime Report. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment, choose chill. Proud sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. Celebrate responsibly. When we come back to the Coors Light Halftime Report, we'll look at the halftime stats presented by Ruoff Home Mortgage. It's Penn State 40, Purdue 24. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and Northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game and remember, U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know that when agriculture thrives, we all do. It's the heart and grit of our agricultural communities that keep the crops coming in and the livestock cared for day and night. That's why we build financial solutions around the needs and schedules of our ag clients. If you're looking for a financial partner that has over 135 years experience in understanding and supporting agriculture, we want to hear from you. Let's harvest success together. First Farmers Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Purdue University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Halftime, and Penn State leads Purdue 40-24. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment, choose chill. Official sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. Celebrate responsibly. Let's take a look at the halftime stats. Presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage, here to help you through all stages of the home buying or refinancing process with loan options that work best for you. We're your local lender. Learn more at ruoff.com, RUOFF.com. Purdue in the first half, just 8 of 20 shooting, 2 of 9 from 3. Purdue at the foul line was 6 of 9. Penn State, 13 of 20 shooting, 3 of 6 from 3. They were 11 of 13 from the foul line. Purdue led in scoring by Fletcher Lawyer with 9 points. Freddie DeLeon with 9 points to lead Penn State. Purdue with 13 turnovers, Penn State 10. Purdue with 10 rebounds, Penn State 13. Halftime, Purdue trailing 40-24. Out-of-town scoreboard presented by our Central Indiana Honda dealers when we come back to the Coors Light Halftime Report. Purdue trailing 40-24. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count for your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Hey, Boilermaker fans! Basketball season is here, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Purdue basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Purdue Boilermakers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Ever find holiday shopping overwhelming? We've got to figure out what they want and then find it all too. Enter Kohl's. They have the best gifts all in one spot. The toys your kids have been asking for, the silk PJs she's been eyeing, and the stylish sweater he'll love. And you can get 20% off some of your gifts during their customer appreciation event. Yup, holiday shopping at Kohl's is the move. Select styles. Offers end December 15th. Some exclusions apply. Coupons do not apply to toys. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Welcome back here to the halftime show, where Purdue trails the Penn State Nittany Lions 40-24. Time now for our out-of-town score segment. And today's out-of-town scores are brought to you by your Central Indiana Honda dealers. Let's take a look at some of the men's Big Ten basketball action as we had the first handful of Big Ten games as conference play began this week. Starting on Tuesday evening, Michigan went on the road and got a huge win over 11th-ranked Wisconsin, 67-64. Northwestern loses at Iowa in a close one, 80-79, a game-winning buzzer-beater three by Iowa to win that game by Josh Dix. Indiana, in a non-conference game, took down Sam Houston, 97-71 at home. Washington went on the road and lost at UCLA, 69-58. On Wednesday evening, the Michigan State Spartans defeated Minnesota on the road, 90-72. Maryland held serve at home with a big win over Ohio State, 83-59. And then 12th-ranked Oregon, in their first ever Big Ten battle, went on the road and won at USC in their first ever Big Ten game as well, 68-60. Tonight, the Purdue Boilermakers and Penn State, the only Big Ten game underway. As I mentioned earlier, 8th-ranked Purdue trailing 40-24. Drive the road to win with Honda and have fun off the court with the most fun-to-drive vehicles. Your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud supporters of Purdue Athletics. We'll take a look at the keys to the second half in just a moment when we return to the Coors Light Halftime Report. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend. We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, we help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit FCMA.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
Indiana farmers, building new markets takes time and pays back dividends with long-term demand for your crops. High oleic soybean oil drives new demand for Indiana soybeans to domestic and international markets. Plus, it's a healthier oil, more desirable to customers. Your checkoff is building this demand right here in Indiana. Purdue Athletics is proud to offer their foods prepared in heart-healthy, high oleic soybean oil this season. Learn more about this oil at incornandsoy.org/premiums. This message was funded by Indiana's soybean farmers and their checkoff.
University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home of the original Purdue Pete, announced the return of 3-Point Thursdays. When the men play, win or lose, you score on every three-pointer. You can save up to 39% off your purchase. Get set to save with Purdue men's basketball with 3-Point Thursdays. 2 locations, State Street and across from Mackey Arena. Save at University Bookstore.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
Penn State has not beaten a top 10 team since they knocked off Maryland in December of 2019. Right now they have the 8th-ranked Purdue Boilermakers on the ropes as we open up the second half of action. Penn State leading Purdue 40-24. Purdue will have the first possession of the second half. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell and our on-site audio engineer, Wes Scott. A snowy, chilly evening here in central Pennsylvania. Neither team very good in the first half offensively. Purdue 13 turnovers, 2 of 9 from 3. Penn State had 10 turnovers, but they were 3 of 6 from the three-point line and made 11 free throws.
Well, if I know Coach Painter like I do, I'm sure there were some harsh words for the Boilers at that halftime discussion.
See if Purdue can do a little bit better job taking care of the ball here. Purdue here attacking the basket to our left in the second half. Braden Smith, baseline jumper, right wing is missed, I should say. Then an offensive putback and a foul for Trey Kaufman-Wren. He got the offensive reload and got fouled to boot. Boilermakers at the line for an and one. Purdue's Degree Plus gives students the chance to earn a Bachelor of Science and one from the College of Liberal Arts, both in 4 years. Check out the Liberal Arts Degree Plus. See if and one is right for you. The foul was on Niederhauser, his third.
That's big, and he's going to come out of this game. Kaufman-Wren by himself under the basket as Niederhauser was contesting Braden Smith's jumper along the baseline as Kaufman-Wren hits the free throw, completing the three-point play, but Niederhauser contests that. That allowed Kaufman-Wren to get the offensive rebound. Then Niederhauser flied in on the pump fake and picked up that foul. Huge start here to the half.
Purdue down 40-27. Let's see what Penn State does with its first crack of the ball here in this second half. DeLeon played well in the first half. Left elbow jumper is no good. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Camden Heide. He was fighting Puff Johnson for a rebound. It goes out of bounds baseline right underneath the bucket. Penn State will have the ball. Fresh 20 on the shot clock for the Nittany Lions. Penn State 40, Purdue 27. Purdue with the original starting lineup here, and the ball hit the back of Fletcher Lawyer on the inbound, but somehow bounced right to DeLeon. He has the ball at the right elbow. Gives it to Hicks, who drives and was fouled by Braden Smith, his third. Oh, what a tough break there. The inbound pass hit off of the back of Fletcher Lawyer, but bounced conveniently right into the hands of DeLeon, who then found the cutting Zach Hicks, and Braden Smith picked up his third foul trying to save a layup.
That was not a fortunate sequence for Purdue as that played out that way, as you said. Braden getting that third foul this early in the half. That's huge as Hicks sinks the first free throw. Kind of that loose ball play, and Purdue gets discombobulated, and Hicks is able to cut off Miles Colvin's face on a nice cut right to the basket. DeLeon finds him, and Braden was just waiting there and had to foul, basically.
Both free throws made by Hicks, who has 10 points against a 13-point average. That allows Penn State to set up its full court pressure. Penn State's up 42-27. Fletcher Lawyer brings the ball over the timeline. He's the point guard right now, with Braden Smith playing more of a two guard. Here's Braden Smith on the left baseline, driving, kicking it out for a Camden Heide three on the right wing. It is an air ball. Camden Heide an air ball, but then he stole the outlet pass. Camden stole the pass. Now he goes to the rim and missed a layup. Oh, my goodness, rebounded by Penn State. Here come the Nittany Lions. Three on the way for DeLeon. Of course he made it. Oh, it's been that kind of night for the Boilermakers. Air ball on an open three, but then you steal the outlet pass, then you miss a layup, and it's an open three at the other end. Purdue offensively, Trey Kaufman-Wren scores off a pass from Fletcher Lawyer.
Well, huge there for Purdue to get a bucket on that sequence, breaking that pressure. Penn State got a little too far stretched out there, but yeah, rough sequence the play before where you miss the three and layup at the rim and then give up the open three on the right wing in transition.
45-29, Penn State the lead, 18-15 to go in this ball game. Here's a lob, a catch, and they miss the dunk. They missed the dunk, did Enza off an excellent pass. Purdue's in transition, layup for Lawyer is good. Purdue with a transition basket trailing 45-31 after Penn State missed a dunk.
That was potential for a highlight reel jam for Enze on the lob pass from Bailey, but he gets stuffed by the iron as he cocked the right hand back. And Purdue pushed that thing. Fletcher Lawyer sprinting the right wing, and a great cross-court pass by Braden Smith to lead him for the layup.
Hicks, step back three, left wing, no. Weak side rebound, Braden Smith. He'll push the tempo again. Looks like Purdue is trying to push tempo in the second half here. Trey Kaufman-Renn dribbling in after a shot fake, knocked away from him, out of bounds. They say last touch by Trey Kaufman-Renn. It happened right in front of Matt Painter, and he can't believe that was not off of Penn State. He is letting DJ Karstensen hear about it right now.
Trey Kaufman-Renn got the pass, pump faked, and Puff Johnson did that swipe around from behind to try to knock it loose. He did, and then it clearly looks like it goes off Enze's left arm.
Right, yeah.
And
Oh, Matt Painter is displeased with the officiating. That ball is given back to Penn State, baseline left. Nittany Lions are leading 45-31 at the 17:33 mark.
They must have felt like it went off Trey's left arm when in reality it went off Enze's, and that's definitely unfortunate. Purdue had a really good chance to score there with Kaufman-Renn having the ball that deep.
With the ball, Ace Baldwin Jr., perimeter left, throws it up high side, caught by DeLeon between the rings, right back to the point guard, Baldwin, and now a foul away from the ball. No, they stepped out of bounds. I beg your pardon. Penn State stepped out of bounds in front of the bench area. Zach Hicks, right in front of the Penn State bench, steps out of bounds. Gives the ball right back to Purdue as the turnovers for both teams continue to mount. Into the game comes Jakari Harris, replacing Camden Heide.
So Purdue going ultra small here against this full court pressure. With Miles Colvin playing the 4.
Purdue in transition has gotten a little something going here offensively. Now, emphasis on little, still trailing by 14. Maybe small ball's the way to go right now. Fletcher Lawyer between the rings, dribbles once, gives to Trey Kaufman-Renn, driving down the teeth of the defense, shooting, and it was fouled as he got to the rim. 2 free throws coming for Trey Kaufman-Renn. This foul will go against Freddie DeLeon, the 5th, his 2nd. And 2 foul shots coming for Trey Kaufman-Renn at the 16:56 mark.
Purdue once again has had a lot of effectiveness from this inverted ball screen where Braden Smith, while Trey Kaufman-Renn is the ball handler, Braden Smith goes and sets the ball screen. It's worked really well whenever they've gone to it this year. I don't know if that was a called play or if it just Braden Smith knowing how effective it's been as Kaufman-Renn's free throw rattles out. I don't know if Braden just did that on his own or not, but his man was not able to open up and stop Kaufman-Renn after the ball screen was set, and Kaufman-Renn had a straight line drive.
Trey's 2nd foul shot is good. 12 in the game for Trey. He averages 19 a game. Last week was named the MVP of the Rady Children's Invitational in San Diego. Purdue trailing 45-32. Baldwin a drive, layup good, straight line drive, and no one ever stopped the ball, and Matt Painter is upset with his defense. First field goal of the game for Ace Baldwin. He has 6 points.
This is where offensively you like having all the scores Purdue has, but defensively got some guys playing some positions they're not used to be in. Looked like Miles Colvin or Kaufman-Renn, wasn't sure which one there, should have stopped the basketball.
Yeah, Purdue can ill afford to trade buckets, so you're going to need to get some stops eventually. Braden Smith knocked away from behind, and a foul on Ace Baldwin Jr., his 2nd. That'll be team foul number 3 on Penn State here in the second half. Penn State 47, Purdue 32. 16:24 to go.
You're right. It's a game at this point for Purdue. You got to have some stops. We always talk about going on those kill shots, a run of 10-0 or more. Purdue absolutely, if they want to come back and win this game, probably needs to have some sort of 10-0 plus run here in the second half to get back in it.
Purdue's 56-1 in the last 57 games with a kill shot. And a steal in the paint taken away from Trey Kaufman-Renn by the Nittany Lions. I think credited will be DeLeon with a steal. Baldwin will drive to the paint, kick it out to a left wing 3. It's on the way. It's good. Open 3 nailed by Puff Johnson. His first made 3-pointer of the game. They're a 38% 3-point shooting team as Penn State, and they've upped their lead to 50-32. 15:50 to go in a ball game. Jakari Harris in the right corner. Bounces it into Caleb first, and a foul was called as the ball was being thrown inside. The foul will go against Nick Kern Jr. Timeout on the floor. Penn State leading 50-32 with 15:48 remaining on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Keystone Cooperative is centered on delivering the farmer-owned cooperative of the future, starting today. There are hundreds of decisions being made to ensure the success of the family farm for the next generation, and Keystone has the resources to meet the needs of your operation. We consider it an honor to partner with CountryMart to provide premium diesel fuel to ensure your engines run clean for the duration of the work. Proudly fueling the Boilermakers, Keystone Cooperative, centered on you.
This is Jace Rail, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
No one gets you closer to the game than SiriusXM Big Ten Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through the regular season into the postseason. We have your team covered anywhere you go. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 2024. Well, we had some fireworks during the commercial timeout, fans. Matt Painter called for a technical foul by official Jason Phillips. Don't know what Coach Painter was arguing about, but he was arguing quite aggressively during the timeout. And Jason Phillips, the official, gave the technical foul. So that means instead of Purdue ball to start coming out of the timeout, there'll be 2 free throws for Penn State. Then Purdue will have the ball. Bob, I couldn't tell you last time Coach Painter had a technical foul. I don't even remember. It's been that long ago.
I can't remember either. I don't think he's had one in the last handful of years since I've been calling the games with you. So.
Right, yeah. It's been a long time. So it'll be 2 foul shots before we resume action for Penn State. And the first foul shot is up and good. Made by Ace Baldwin Jr., Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year last year. He's a preseason All-Big Ten performer. Left-handed shooter from Baltimore, Maryland, made both foul shots. So that puts the lead at 20. Penn State's largest lead at 52-32.
Well, you were really hoping Purdue would start this second half with a big flurry and get it into single digits. Had that and one on the first possession, but it's been rough news since.
Purdue with the ball here, attacking the bucket to our left. Jakari Harris had it knocked away from him out of bounds, but last touch, they say, by Penn State. Ace Baldwin is arguing that it went off of Harris. But the official right in front of Matt Painter, I don't think, even if it did, was going to give him that call.
Painter in that one.
Purdue keeps the ball here. 15:40 to go in the game. The Boilermakers trail by 20. Purdue's largest deficit of the season. Trey Kaufman-Wren, left wing to Jakari Harris. He'll dribble in and shoot from 15 feet and miss. And a weak side rebound for Nick Kern Jr. Purdue down 20, Penn State with a ball. Boilermakers in their man-to-man defense in their black uniforms here on the road as Penn State wears white. Trying to knock off the 8th-ranked Boilermakers here in Happy Valley. What a start to the weekend that would be for Penn State with their football team playing Saturday for the Big Ten Championship. DeLeon to the free throw line, extended dribbling. Shot clock down to 5, now 4. Kick it for a Puff Johnson deep 3. It is no good. Bounces all the way over the top of the backboard and out of bounds, where Purdue will have the possession. 15:02 remains. Purdue trailing by 20.
It was a nice contest there by Jakari Harris on that deep 3 from Puff Johnson. He's capable of making an open one, but those deep contested ones are certainly not Puff Johnson's expertise.
High left wing, a catch for Trey Kaufman-Renn, and he was fouled as he was trying to dribble near the top of the key. The foul, I think, though, was away from the ball, I think. Yeah, it was. It was away from the ball on Puff Johnson, his first. Team foul number 5 on Penn State. Purdue's committed 2 team fouls here in the second half. Purdue inbounding. Fletcher Lawyer from the sideline, directly across from the Purdue bench. Matt Painter still over there giving it to official Jason Phillips, the guy that gave him the technical foul. Trey Kaufman-Renn inside to Caleb First, who scores with a left-handed layup. First scoring of the game for Caleb First. Purdue's trailing 52-34.
Nice interior passing there between TKR and Caleb First. Purdue down 18 now. Just, hey, one possession at a time. Got to get stops.
That's what it's all about now for the Boilermakers. Puff Johnson dribbling in for the left wing, attacking Trey Kaufman-Renn, shooting baseline, 8-footer good. Tough shot. Puff Johnson with Trey Kaufman-Renn hanging all over him. Pushes the lead right back to 20 at 54-34.
That was a tough shot, but a good job by Puff Johnson using his strength and shoulder to get into the body of TKR to create some separation, and shoots that soft little left-handed floater in from about 8 feet.
Braden Smith on the high right wing on a right-handed dribble. Throws it to Trey Kaufman-Renn, who dove to the basket, had it knocked away from him, and then they say it went out of bounds. Last touch by Trey Kaufman-Renn. Raleigh Burgess will be subbing in for the Boilermakers, replacing Trey Kaufman-Renn. Boy, Purdue just not being strong with the ball here. We've seen it multiple times tonight. Purdue gets the ball around the bucket. And if you don't have 2 hands on that ball and holding it strongly, Penn State will knock it away from you, as they did right there.
I thought that ball, I could have swore from my view there that the ball was knocked out of bounds off Penn State, but maybe it did hit Trey's foot after it was stripped. But I didn't think that was a call that went in Purdue's favor either.
13:40 remaining in this ball game. Baldwin drives in from the right wing, leaves it down low, an off-balance shot won't go, but a foul will come against Raleigh Burgess. Driving hard, diving hard to the bucket was Puff Johnson. He drew the foul from Burgess. 2 fouls coming here for Puff Johnson. Started his career at North Carolina, although he's a Pennsylvania kid from Moon Township, Pennsylvania, 5th-year player.
We heard Coach Lusk in the pregame show talk about Ace Baldwin and how good of a passer he is, averaging 8 assists, roughly 8 assists per game. He's had a number of really nice passes so far, and this one is Puff Johnson makes the first free throw right there as he's driving right wing, stops on a dime and whips that pass with the left hand across his body to Johnson down the middle.
12 points in the game for Puff Johnson. He's a left-handed shooter, bending the knees and letting it fly and scoring. Now he has 13, and that lead balloons to 56-34. Penn State keeps on that full-court man-to-man pressure. They have really harassed Purdue tonight. And now a foul, guarding too closely, Ace Baldwin Jr. on Braden Smith, and I don't think that's a good call. But I didn't see the foul there. Even Ace Baldwin's pleading the official. What are you talking about?
Mike Rhodes just threw 2 hands and pushed him out at the official, clamoring that he didn't agree with the call. We've seen Mike Rhodes do that hand gesture a number of times here today.
That was the same official, Jason Phillips. So neither coach real pleased with the officiating they're getting from Mr. Phillips tonight. 3 on the way. No, faking the 3 was Braden Smith. He gave it up at the last second. Now he has the ball back after Jakari Harris threw it to him. Shot clock at 4, now 3. Braden's going to drive with 2. Lean in, and his shot was blocked. Raleigh Burgess grabbed it, shot it, but it was too late. Wouldn't have mattered. A shot clock violation against the Boilermakers. Braden had the ball at the top of the key, just outside of the arc with about 3 on the shot clock. Penn State noticed it, and they double-teamed him and made it basically impossible for him to get a shot up.
They've done that a number of times, running an extra defender at the ball handler, and not only in the half court but in the full court as well. They play with some frantic energy defensively.
Here's a drive in from the left wing. Going for the dunk and getting it was Nick Kern Jr. coming in from the left baseline. And it's all Penn State tonight. They're leading 58-34 over Purdue with 12:40 remaining in the game. Braden Smith threw it down low, and it was stolen. Stolen by Kern after it was initially deflected. Another Purdue turnover. Kern wants to drive against Lawyer and double dribble. He turned it over too. Penn State's turning it over a bunch, but guess Purdue's doing the same thing. There's no timeout. Why is our public address announcer announcing a timeout? Look at the officials. They're saying there's not a timeout here. Matt Painter's saying this. What are you talking about?
I think the Purdue players are begging for any opportunity to get off the floor at this point.
There's 12:28 to go in the game. And the PA man, if you're not familiar with the rules of media timeouts, the timeout would come after the 12-minute mark. We're at 12:28. And the public address announcer said, timeout on the floor. Both teams started walking to their benches, and the official said, there's no timeout here. Get back out here, everyone. Jakari Harris playing point guard right now for Purdue. The Boilermakers are down 24 points in State College, Pennsylvania. C.J. Cox now, perimeter right, swings it perimeter left to Jakari Harris. Now to Lawyer between the rings. High left elbow catch for first, gives it right back to Lawyer. Lawyer wants to drive, stopped on the left baseline, keeps going now. Tried to give it up, lost it, stolen, then a foul on Caleb First as he tried to get it back from Zach Hicks. Another turnover, and Caleb First then picks up his third foul. Now there's a timeout on the floor. Penn State 58, Purdue 34 on a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Okay, so they say love is patient, love is kind, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you, love is meeting the internet of your dreams. So it may sound crazy, but with MetroNet's ridiculously fast fiber network, you'll learn to love your internet. They deliver the best possible experience, period. You can binge watch till your heart's content, game, and work from home all at the same time without buffering or lag. Shouldn't you love your internet? Sign up online at metronet.com.
Hey Boilermaker fans, basketball season is here and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside celebrations this season. Whether you're buying or selling tickets to Purdue basketball games or to any other live event in your area, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of the Purdue Boilermakers. The most disruptive idea in ticketing? A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek.
Boilermaker fans, did you know that Canon 4 helps leading-edge companies get out of the office printer and copying business? We're a legendary company with legendary people and a legendary platform that will help your business improve document workflow and increase business efficiencies. To learn more, visit canon4.com. That's CANNON, 4.com.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and Northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game and remember, U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics.
When the holidays get real, start at Kohl's and Kohls.com, where you'll find amazing deals on everything you need all in one place, so you can focus on the moments that matter. Kohl's, where families come first. Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell at State College, Pennsylvania, where tonight it's been all Penn State. They lead Purdue 58-34. The Boilermakers have a mind-numbing 20 turnovers in this game. 20 turnovers with still 12 minutes remaining. And of the 20, 13 of those have come from Purdue's big three. Trey Kaufman-Wren, Braden Smith, and Fletcher Lawyer. The only player that's appeared in this game and has yet to turn the ball over at least once is Raleigh Burgess. Everyone else has at least one turnover.
Just a really poor performance, unfortunately, for the Purdue Boilers here today. Winning on the road is really hard, especially in the Big Ten. And you can't, come into face a team like this with the quality that Penn State has, the seniors, the experience they have, and, play poorly and win. And Purdue has played probably their worst game of the season. So, certainly not a good time for that. But you brought up the big three and the 13 turnovers. You're definitely not going to beat a good team on the road if your best players don't perform, and Purdue's best players, unfortunately, have far from performed here today.
Purdue had 21 turnovers in the game against Clemson during the COVID year, 2020, November 2020. It's the last time Purdue's had 20 turnovers in a game as Kern scores on the offensive end for Penn State. They're just carving up the Boilermakers now and making it look easy. Penn State leads the 8th-ranked team in the country 60-34. Here's a foul away from the ball against Penn State. Someone knocked over Fletcher Lawyer. I didn't see who it was. They say Puff Johnson, his second. As far as all-time records, I hate to even bring this up. Most turnovers ever in a game for Purdue. That also came against Clemson in 1973 when Purdue turned it over 38 times. 38 turnovers in one game in 1973. At least that's to the best of our record keeping. 1-1 for Lawyer makes the first.
Clemson must have had a heck of a pressuring man-to-man defense that day.
In 73, they must have. The free throw was made by Fletcher Lawyer. Second one on the way, good. Fletcher has 13 points, but Purdue's trailing 60-36. Well, looks like Purdue's going to start 0-1 in the Big Ten for the second straight season. Last year, Purdue lost the opener at Northwestern. That was a game that went to overtime before the Northwestern Wildcats beat the Boilermakers. Doesn't look like this one's headed to OT, barring a minor miracle of comebacks here by Purdue. Kern on the left block kicks it out high for an open three for Baldwin. Good. Ace Baldwin Jr., a three. Everything coming up roses right now. And now a foul away from the ball. No, a technical. A technical against Penn State. Away from the ball after that three was made. Oh, was it on Baldwin for celebrating too excessively?
I think he.
That's right. That's what it is.
The official maybe thought he did a gun motion or something of that nature. Nick Kern really, what appears what his coach was saying or signaling was that he did the Braden Smith ice water in his veins celebration.
Okay, so it was on Kern, though, not Baldwin. Baldwin made the shot.
I think Kern was backpedaling and kind of just doing like one of those three-point celebrations, and I don't know if the official, I'm guessing, because I believe that is kind of the rule right now, is you can't have the guns celebrations.
Okay, sure.
And I presume that is what the official interpreted his celebration as. That's my best guess at the situation.
Mike Rhodes is asking for an explanation.
He wants to try to explain. And
Jason Phillips, again, made that call. He's called 2 technicals in this game as Phillips.
I think he's complaining because it's literally Braden Smith's like signature three-point celebration.
Yeah, okay, right. I agree. I don't know why you would. So why would you bang a guy on the other team for celebrating? Fletcher Lawyer made both foul shots to make it Penn State 63, Purdue 38. Official Jason Phillips has not had a great night tonight. He's been hearing it from both benches. Look at Mike Rhodes. He is really laying into him about why would you call a technical on that. Purdue the ball after the 2 free throws. 11 minutes to go in the game. Penn State's trailing 63-30. Penn State's leading Purdue 63-38. Purdue had an early lead of 7-4. Since then, it's been all Penn State. Now a foul on Trey Kaufman-Wren, pushing off away from the ball. As we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. So that should be unofficially now 21 Purdue turnovers. Purdue had 21 against Clemson in November of 2020. That was in the Space Coast Challenge in Florida. Purdue's second game of the year that year. Here's the jumper, good for DeLeon, right baseline, 15 feet away. 12 in the game for Freddie DeLeon. Penn State's leading 65-38. C.J. Cox brings the ball over the timeline right to left. Now Fletcher Lawyer with it, dribbling down from the top of the key, attacking the 7-footer, blocked out of bounds. Purdue keeps the ball with 14 on the shot clock. He went right at Niederhauser, and Niederhauser erased it.
Niederhauser really gives them that interior presence defensively. Fletcher Lawyer able to get that shot up over a lot of guys across the country, but Niederhauser, not one of them. His size and length made a big difference there, and he erased that shot of Fletcher's into the crowd.
Will Berg has subbed in, the 7'2 sophomore from Stockholm, Sweden. First time we've seen Will in 3 games. He's playing for the first time tonight. Here's Braden Smith, a baseline jumper, good 15 feet away from the right baseline. Braden Smith, 6 points in a game after that baseline J. Purdue's down 65-40 with just under 10 minutes remaining here in Penn State. A drive for Carter, missed the layup. Weak side rebound, grabbed by Niederhauser. He went back to the rim, and he was fouled by Will Berg as Purdue could not grab a defensive rebound. And to the line will go Yannick Conan Niederhauser, the 7-foot transfer from Northern Illinois.
There hasn't been a lot of possessions this second half, unfortunately, for Purdue, where they've played good defense. But when they have, it feels like they often are not able to secure the defensive rebound, which is allowing Penn State to get those second chance opportunities.
Free throw good for Niederhauser. Not a great free throw shooter, 59% on the year, but he makes that one. Last 2 years at Northern Illinois, he only started 26 games total over 2 years as a 7-footer. Playing in the MAC. Made both foul shots, though. He has 6 points. Averages 14 a game. It's 67-40, all Penn State tonight here at State College. Trey Kaufman-Renn, right elbow, attacks Niederhauser. Out to Will Berg, dribbling on the right arc twice, gives to Braden Smith. Braden wants a screen with a shot clock down to 10. Trey Kaufman-Renn ghosted the screen. Now gets the ball, does Trey. Shooting a 3 straight away. Good. Trey Kaufman-Renn, a triple time. Only Purdue's third made 3 of this ball game.
And only Trey's third 3 on the season. Just 2 for 4 from 3 on the year coming into this game. But out of desperation, basically shot clock winding down, has to take that one top of the key.
3 on the way for Dunn is long from straight away. The rebound comes right back to Dunn out near midcourt. The ball pinballed its way all the way back out to DeMarco Dunn, who missed the 3. Less than 9 minutes remaining. Penn State up 67-43 over the Boilermakers. DeLeon throws it to Niederhauser, attacking Berg from the block. Shooting, falling away, left it short. Tip at it once, now twice. Kern picked it up. He couldn't score. Got it back. He'll miss again. Rebounded Trey Kaufman-Renn. 2 offensive rebounds there for Nick Kern, but he could not complete. Driving, Braden Smith. Kicking out to the right wing for an open 3. On the way, Jakari Harris makes a 3. Oh, that's nice to see one go down for him. He'd been laboring from the 3-point line. That's putting it nicely. Purdue's down 67-46.
Well, that's a huge shot because Purdue's clearly not going to win this game, most likely, but you need Jakari Harris moving forward, so huge for his confidence to see that one go down.
Without question. Dunn kicking in the left corner, caught by Carter. We're down to 8:05 to go in the game. Clock ticking, 21-point lead for Penn State against the 8th-ranked team in the country, the Boilermakers. Step back 18-footer, no. Missed by Freddie DeLeon and rebounded by the Boilermakers. Over the timeline quickly, Braden Smith. Right to left he goes. Bounces to Trey Kaufman-Renn. Kick it out for a C.J. Cox 3 on the right corner. In and out, no good. Oh, I thought that one was going to stay down. Rebounded by DeMarco Dunn of Penn State.
A great shot fake by Cox. One dribble clear. Still stays behind that line. Can't believe that ball did not drop. It rattled out.
Dunn will drive. Stop on the left block. Throw it out to the right corner where Kern catches it. He's driving in from that right corner. Kick it opposite corner for a 3. Good. An opposite corner 3 for DeMarco Dunn. Makes it Penn State 70, Purdue 46.
And just a good basketball there by Penn State. You drive baseline, and then you have a shooter opposite corner locked and loaded, ready to go.
Driving Trey Kaufman-Renn, knocked out of bounds. They say last touch by Trey. How many times have we seen that tonight? Timeout on the floor, 7:10 remaining. It's all Penn State. They lead 70-46 on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend. We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, We help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit fcma.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler Up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End of friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
With the Boilermakers, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hardworking growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers to learn more. Boiler up.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with Hank and Sam from the Ford crew. Today, a new shipment of inventory.
Hank, what's going on?
Another hauler full of new Ford trucks and SUVs, Sam.
So much SUV capability. Is that?
Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 47 years. And a big selection means...
Big savings?
Yep, which means...
It's the best time to buy?
Well done, Sam. And time for America to get holiday ready with Ford.
Based on 1977 to 2023 CY Industry reported total sales.
This is Miles Colvin, and this is Purdue Basketball.
Purdue Basketball Live each week, presented by Jimco Constructors. Join us Monday nights at Walk-Ons at 6:30. That's Walk-Ons in the Purdue Memorial Union to watch the show live. You can tune into this same radio station or watch it on Purdue's Facebook page or the Twitter channel. Purdue Basketball Live, presented by Jimco Constructors, proud partners of Purdue Athletics. By the way, this Monday night, P.J. Thompson will be my guest to talk Purdue basketball. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell. Purdue trailing 70-46. If you're just joining us, you heard me correctly. Purdue is trailing 70-46 with 7:10 to go in the game. Purdue with 20.
Earlier, Purdue's star players, Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, and Kaufman Wren. You, of course, don't want to put it all on them. Other guys have had struggles as well, but you need your best players to show up in these kind of games, and they've really struggled taking care of the basketball, and that's put Purdue behind the 8 ball, and then a lot of those turnovers just leading to runouts, and Penn State has certainly capitalized in the open floor.
Purdue has subbed in Brian Waddell, the 6'7" redshirt junior from Carmel, playing for the first time tonight is Waddell. Penn State with the ball with 6:50 to go. They'll drive to the bucket, they being Penn State, and DeMarco Dunn was fouled as he reached the bucket. Fouled by Will Berg. That'll be 2 foul shots here for DeMarco Dunn. Second foul on Will Berg.
The dribble penetration really starting to kill Purdue from a defensive standpoint here in the first half. Purdue, I felt like defensively in the half court, played pretty well, controlled Penn State's penetration for the most part, but certainly with the score getting out of hand, you can tell Purdue not as locked in as they need to be at all times, and Penn State living in the paint here this second half, which has allowed layups, dunks, fouls, spray out threes, and Purdue's defense been a struggle.
Tonight's game is brought to you by the Progressive Keys to Progress program, providing cars to veterans in need. Even yours truly with a turnover here. Free throws up and good for DeMarco Dunn. Last year at Penn State, Penn State, he had 12 starts. Prior to that, he'd played 2 seasons at North Carolina. And he made both foul shots, did DeMarco Dunn. 72-46, Penn State leading. Penn State stays in that full court pressure. And you would not look at them to do anything different. That's what they do. They're good at it. C.J. Cox, top of the key, now dribbling between the circles to Cam Heide, who drives in. Kicks to Braden Smith underneath the bucket. Kick it out to C.J. Cox, faking a 3. Dribbling into 15 feet. He'll pull the trigger and make it. Got a friendly bounce, did C.J. Cox, for his first scoring of the game.
A little hesitant to shoot, I felt like, a little earlier in that possession, but that time Cox, after the kick out from Braden underneath the basket, shot fakes, gets to that mid-range, is patient. As the defense falls away, he's able to get that jumper to roll over the front rim.
72-46, Penn State the lead, 6:10 to go. Penn State will start the Big Ten campaign 1-0. They'll move to 8-1 on the season. Purdue's going to fall to 7-2. Here's a steal for C.J. Cox. It's a 2-on-2. Cox and Waddell. Cox will drive, score, count the bucket, and a foul. C.J. Cox with a chance at an and one. Purdue's Degree Plus gives students the chance to earn a Bachelor of Science and one from the College of Liberal Arts, both in 4 years. Check out the Liberal Arts Degree Plus and see if and one is right for you.
Well, C.J. Cox making a nice defensive play and converting it to offense, going coast to coast there. Was wondering how he was going to attack the basket or look to pass, and he was able to get that contact and finish through it off the window.
He does, however, miss the foul shot long on the free throw shooting. Purdue down 72-50. And Penn State the basketball here. Up next for the Boilermakers at home Sunday against Maryland. That will not be easy. Terrapins looked outstanding last night in their game against Ohio State. Hicks faked a three, top of the key, then goes right side to DeLeon, who will shoot a three in the corner, and he will miss it. Will Berg with a rebound. Purdue with the ball, trailing 72-50 with 5:20 remaining. Berg swings it left side, a catch for Waddell here. Waddell holding the ball above his head, right back to Berg, top of the key. Will Berg handing to C.J. Cox. Perimeter right. Shot clock is down to 12. Cox will pull from deep right wing. Miss it. Berg tipped at it. Couldn't grab it. Camden Heide tried to get it, and he actually forces it out of bounds. Last touch by Penn State's Nick Kern. So the hustle by Heide keeps the ball into the hand, gets the ball back into the hands of the Boilermakers.
The question now, did Penn State actually have possession, I believe?
Now they're going to put the shot clock at 20, it looks like, for Purdue. 5:06 remaining in the game. Waddell inbounds, baseline left. Purdue trailing 72-50. C.J. Cox, baseline jumper, yes, from the left baseline. C.J. with 6 quick points here. Boilermakers trailing by 20 with 5 minutes to go.
It's a good sign for C.J. to knock a couple shots down. They're going to need him certainly as this team gets back to Mackey Arena. Need some of that scoring punch off the bench.
Without question. Need these freshmen to get going here offensively. As you said, you're not going to win this game now, but you can still build on things for Sunday against Maryland. Hicks a catch and shoot three on the left wing. No. Miles Colvin rebounds for the Boilermakers. Colvin with 3 points in a game. He hit a three in the first half that he banked in. Waddell left block, cut off there. Now to Cox for a three on the left wing. Yes, C.J. Cox, a triple time. 9 points for him in a hurry. Timeout, Penn State. Purdue's down 72-55 with a timeout on the floor. 4:23 to play on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count for your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the CapTel caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit RelayIndiana.com now.
This is Camden Heide from Purdue Men's Basketball. For my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid.
I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
4:23 remains in the game. Penn State 72, Purdue 55. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell at the home of Penn State basketball, Bryce Jordan Center. You know, Bob, I'm looking at the stat sheet, and Penn State has turned the ball over 15 times. You're like, hey, that's pretty good stuff for Boilermakers. Turned them over 15 times. Until you look at the fact that Purdue's turned it over 22 times. We've had 37 turnovers in this game. Ugly, ugly.
Yeah, it's been ugly basketball for sure. Purdue only forcing 10 turnovers a game.
Yeah.
So not a team that turns people over very much. You look, if you would have told Coach Painter you're going to turn Penn State over 15 times with 4 minutes to go,
yeah,
he probably would have liked his chances to win this game, but that would have been leaving out the part about his own team turning it over 22 times.
Bob and I were talking during the commercial break. Fans, I don't remember the last time Purdue got whooped like this. It's been a long time since we took a beat down like this.
Yeah, this level beat down for sure. We did have a game at Maryland a couple years ago where we really struggled with their pressure, and they pushed it out to a pretty sizable lead, I remember, late in that second half. But, you know, when Zach Edey was patrolling the paint for the Boilers, the Boilers did not get blown out very often.
Last year, Zach Edey had 30 points and 20 rebounds when Purdue beat Penn State at Mackey Arena. You remember that was the game before the game we honored Zach for having 1,000 career rebounds, gave him one of those commemorative basketballs. And then he went out and had 20 more against Penn State. No Zach Edey tonight. And, boy, Penn State's made Purdue pay. Here's a deep three that's missed, but rebounded by the Nittany Lions. And it's kind of been the story of the night. Even on the missed shots, Nittany Lions are finding a way to get the rebounds, and Miles Colvin then fouls the driving Ace Baldwin Jr. Timeout on the floor, 3:53 remaining. 2 fouls on Miles Colvin. Purdue's down 72-55 on a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Honda's biggest event is back. Happy Honda Days are here with our best savings of the year. All remaining 24s must go. Save thousands with 1.9% financing. Award-winning Honda cars, SUVs, trucks, vans, hybrids, and EVs are all in stock, like the 2024 Honda Accord, now with low 1.9% APR financing. Do not miss it. To have happy Honda Days, search your local Honda dealer. See dealer for financing details for well-qualified buyers. Offer ends 1/2/25. This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
Okay, so they say love is patient, love is kind, blah, blah, blah. But let me tell you, love is meeting the internet of your dreams. So it may sound crazy, but with MetroNet's ridiculously fast fiber network, you'll learn to love your internet. They deliver the best possible experience, period. You can binge watch till your heart's content, game, and work from home all at the same time without buffering or lag. Shouldn't you love your internet? Sign up online at metronet.com.
Penn State 72, Purdue 55, 3:53 to go in the game. Mama said there'll be days like this. We've been so spoiled with Purdue basketball as of recent. We're not used to seeing days like this, but a tip of the cap to Penn State. They took it to the Boilermakers tonight. Purdue did not have an answer, especially in taking care of the basketball. 22 turnovers for the Boilermakers.
Well, winning on the road is extremely hard in this league, and this Purdue team is going through an adjustment period, right? Zach Edey, of course, first and foremost, but Lance Jones, Mason Gillis, other important players from last year's team have departed. But Zach, of course, was just such an equalizer as Ace Baldwin makes the free throw, just enforce his will on both ends of the floor. And you really are starting each game with such an advantage, of course, when you had Zach. And going on the road, it's going to be difficult. This is going to be an adjustment period for this team to try to learn how to win on the road. But being back in the friendly confines on Sunday in Mackey Arena is certainly going to be huge for this Purdue team to try to get back in their winning ways.
Ace Baldwin, 13 points after making those 2 foul shots. And then he knocks the ball away from behind from C.J. Cox, knocking it out of bounds baseline left. Boy, Ace Baldwin's just everywhere on the floor, harassing the ball, driving the ball, passing the ball.
And Ace was right. He wanted that call off C.J. Cox, and I'm pretty sure it actually did go off C.J. But
Purdue turned it over on the inbound, tried to find a cutting Camden Heide, and Brian Waddell turned it over. Brian not immune to turnovers, as the rest of his teammates are. And now a foul on C.J. Cox trying to guard Ace Baldwin. I'll double-check the numbers, but I'm pretty sure with that turnover by Waddell, everyone that's played has had at least one turnover except Raleigh. Raleigh Burgess, the only guy that's appeared in the game that hasn't turned it over.
And guess who subbed in?
Raleigh Burgess.
He wants to
get in on
join
the
party.
Oh, my goodness. 74-55 Penn State. 3:34 to go and back to the line, Ace Baldwin Jr. First free throw for the left-hander, good. Ace was a good player at VCU. He was the 2023 Atlantic 10 Player of the Year. And then followed Mike Rhodes to Penn State.
He's a heck of a player. Just the synonymous with two-way player in college basketball as he sinks that second free throw. He's everywhere on the floor. He's got great hands, great speed, can pass, can shoot.
And another turnover on the inbound. Waddell, the inbounder, off the fingertips of Colvin. Purdue now at 24. 24 turnovers. We still have 3:32 remaining. Penn State stays in their full court press, and I don't blame them. That's what they do. That's how they play. And C.J. Cox fouled on the inbound pass to Ace Baldwin Jr. Boy, this is getting tough to watch here. Back to the line will go Ace Baldwin Jr. Cox has 4 fouls.
And Purdue did make that little mini run to get it down to 17. Which with over 4 minutes to go, was plausible that they could make it a contest, but now they've pushed the lead back to 21 as Ace Baldwin hits this first free throw. So certainly would be nice if Penn State might call off the Dogs here fairly soon.
11 points at the foul line for Baldwin. He's only made 2 field goals, but he's done his damage at the foul line tonight, and he makes that one. 17 in the game for Ace Baldwin Jr. Purdue trying to beat full court pressure with C.J. Cox as the point guard. No Braden Smith, no Fletcher Lawyer, no Trey Kaufman-Wren. 78-55, Purdue trailing here. Miles Colvin straightaway 3, catch and shoot, got it. Triple time, Miles Colvin. His second made 3 of the ball game. Purdue's down 78-58 with 3:10 to go.
Well, nice to have some of these shot makers for Purdue at least get some shots to go down to close this game.
Baldwin a 3 right wing. Hits long. Will Berg a rebound for the Boilermakers. We're under 3 minutes to go in the game. Raleigh Burgess a 3 in the right corner. Short. Rebounded out of there by Nick Kern of Penn State. 2:47 remaining. Kern driving in from the right wing. Stopping once he got to the right block. Throws it out high side. Caught by Hicks. Hicks perimeter pass left to Baldwin. We're down to 2:35 to go. Puff Johnson driving in from the left wing against Berg. Shoots a wild left-handed layup. It's no good. And then it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Kern of Penn State. 2:30 to go in the game. Purdue's trailing 78-58.
Coach Painter still coaching here as we close this game out. That ball was tipped by Puff Johnson tipped by Kern out of bounds. And Coach Painter saying, hey, you got to get a body on Nick Kern. Check him out.
Well, you have to keep trying to improve. I mean, we still have 19 Big Ten games left the last I checked. Waddell will drive to the rim. Left-handed layup. No, but he was fouled. Puff Johnson putting the body on him as he was trying a left-handed layup. I mean, Bob, last year Purdue lost the Big Ten opener and then won 17 of their next 19 Big Ten games to win the Big Ten title.
Absolutely. You can certainly lose your first Big Ten game and go on and win the league, which Purdue did last year. So you hate losing in this fashion, of course, but just another learning experience for this group. Still not a old group by any means, this Purdue team, as Waddell hits the first free throw. No senior starters on this Purdue team, so there are going to be some bumps and bruises along the way. And we knew this coming into this year with this team, right? It's been unbelievably smooth sailing in recent years for this Purdue team, all things considered. And we knew without Zach Edey in the fold, there was going to be a lot of bumps in the road this year, and we've had a couple here on the road in particular.
Waddell, who won the free throw contest at shoot-around earlier today, made both free throws. Here's a drive for Kern. Count the basket and a foul on Will Berg. Nick Kern Jr. went strong to the bucket. 12 points for him. He was fouled by Berg. Will's third foul. And a chance to complete an and one for Nick Kern Jr. Honorable mention All Big Ten last year. This year he's playing off of the bench. And doing a really good job for Mike Rhodes. Averaging almost 12 points a game and missed the free throw, though. Raleigh Burgess rebounds. Mike Rhodes will get his first win against Purdue. He had been 0 for 2 against the Boilermakers in his coaching career at VCU and Penn State. But he'll win tonight. We're down to less than 2 minutes remaining. Raleigh Burgess will drive and shoot a nice little baby hook and score. Purdue's down 80-62. First scoring of the game for Burgess.
A great baseline take there by Raleigh. Showed off a nice first step. Went baseline, went to the other side of the rim, and laid it up softly.
Dominic Stewart lost the ball en route, driving down the painted area, lost it out of bounds baseline right. We're down to 1:38 to go in the game. Purdue trailing 80-62. Penn State came in averaging 91 points a game, third best in the country. Burgess a three, left wing. It's long. Will Berg tipped at it. Picked up by Stewart. Stewart on a run out against Burgess. Layup, no, missed it. Good defense by Burgess, and Will Berg rebounds. 1:15 remaining. Purdue right to left in the black unis. Cox a three on the left wing. Triple time. C.J. Cox, his second made three of the game. 12 in the game for Cox. That matches his career high of 12 against Yale. Purdue down 80-65 with exactly 1 minute to play.
1 minute to go in regulation.
Kern on a back cut finds Hicks, and a foul on Colvin as Hicks was trying to make a right-handed layup. Third foul on Miles Colvin sends Zach Hicks to the foul line.
Number 5, Miles Colvin, his third.
10 points in a game for Hicks.
Number 24, Zach Hicks.
That was a good back cut there by Hicks, getting behind Purdue's defense. But as we talked about before, definitely a good sign to see C.J. Cox get hot here. As from these freshman guards, as Hicks makes the first free throw. These two freshman guards off the bench are just going to be so pivotal for Purdue because even though we talk about the big three, more often than not, Braden, Fletcher, and Trey are going to be really good game in and game out. Well, tonight they obviously didn't have it, and they're not always going to be good. So if you can get contributions elsewhere, that's really huge.
Hicks missed the second foul shot, 80-68. No, that's not the right score. It should be 81-65. They have the score wrong on the scoreboard. Raleigh Burgess, a putback bucket. Speaking of young guys getting some run at the end, 4 points there. The score should be 81-67, I think. I don't think that's right up on the scoreboard. Doesn't matter. We're down to 30 seconds to go in the game. Penn State students are going to rush the floor here, by the way. They have began creeping their way down to the floor level to celebrate beating the 8th-ranked team in the country here at home. Hicks a deep three on the right wing, short. Rebounded by Will Berg, 15 seconds remaining. Quickly over the timeline comes C.J. Cox on the run. Finds Brian Waddell, an open three on the right wing. Yes, Waddell with a triple time. 5 points for Brian Waddell. It's now 81-70. I think the score is right. Coaches are shaking hands, and the students are storming the floor. Penn State over Purdue. 81-70 the final at the Bryce Jordan Center in State College, PA. The Boilermakers fall to 7-2 on the season, 0-1 in Big Ten play. Penn State will improve to 8-1. They're 1-0 to start the Big Ten campaign. Penn State over Purdue. Our postgame show begins when we come back. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
You work hard, and at First Farmers Bank and Trust, we work hard for you. Since 1885, we've committed to helping families, businesses, and communities thrive financially, from home to the office, to the field, to the arena. We value hard work and perseverance as much as you do. Experience banking built on heart and grit today. Learn more at ffbt.com. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
Keystone Cooperative is centered on delivering the farmer-owned cooperative of the future, starting today. Centered on the valued relationships that have built and grown the cooperative for 100 years. Keystone specializes in refined fuels, seriously local propane, agronomy, grain, animal nutrition, and swine production. We strive to lead, serve, grow, and embrace our cooperative advantage. Keystone Cooperative, centered on you and proud to fuel the Boilermakers.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball has been brought to you by your Central Indiana Ford dealers are a proud sponsor of Purdue Basketball. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Purdue Basketball is brought to you in part by Purdue Federal Credit Union, the official credit union for Purdue fans. And by Case IH. Take your success off the court and out into the field with Case IH's superior farming tools. Visit your local Case IH dealers or learn more at caseih.com/Boilermakers. Now back to courtside.
The Penn State Nittany Lions beating the Purdue Boilermakers tonight by the final score of 81-70. I was able to confirm that is the proper final score. 81-70, Penn State over Purdue. Nittany Lions are 8-1, and they beat a top 10 ranked opponent for the first time since December of 2019, when Maryland was ranked in the top 10 and was upset by the Nittany Lions. The students stormed the court here at Bryce Jordan Center. Caleb First, every game he's lost on the road in his career, aside from one game as a freshman at Michigan State, has resulted in a court storming for the home team. 8th-ranked Purdue loses. 81-70 the final. 24 turnovers for the Boilermakers in this game. Penn State had 14 themselves. The rebound margin ended up even at 27-27. But how about Purdue with 24 turnovers, their most since a game against Clemson in November of 2020. Those 24 turnovers led to 32 Penn State points. Think about that. 32 Penn State points, and Purdue lost by 11. Thanks for sticking with us here in the postgame show, fans. I'm Rob Blackman. Bobby Riddell, my broadcast partner, is in the Purdue locker room as we speak, talking to Purdue head coach Matt Painter. We will hear Coach Painter's comments about this one in a bit. Boilermakers in the ball game, not great from the three-point line, 8 of 21. That's just 38%. Remember, Purdue came in 42%, seventh best in the country. Penn State wasn't great from the three-point line either. They were 38.9%, 7 of 18. But they made some hay at the foul line. Penn State 28 made free throws, Purdue 14. But again, it was the points off turnovers that just made life too easy for Penn State offensively. They came in averaging 91. Tonight they scored 81, and that was plenty enough for the Nittany Lions as they beat Purdue by the final of 81-70. More of the postgame show when we return to Penn State. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Boilermaker fans, did you know that Canon 4 helps leading-edge companies get out of the office printer and copying business? We're a legendary company with legendary people and a legendary platform that will help your business improve document workflow and increase business efficiencies. To learn more, visit Canon4.com. That's CANNON, 4.com.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
If your company is seeking to relocate or expand quickly, Hancock County, Indiana has a